Hello and welcome back to Niche Radio every Wednesday from 6 till 7. Today we'll be talking about everything and anything geeky, including sections like what if, who would win in a fight, and much, much more. So stay tuned for even more geeky spiel! Hello and welcome back. All you Fab Cats listen to Fab Radio International. We are your geeky hosts today, Owen and
Connell. Hello.
Hi. So how's it going, everyone? You all right?
I'm excited for today's show.
I'm excited for today's show also.
It's a bit of a milestone show.
It sure is. In fact, if you like Niche Nights on Facebook, which of course you all should, you will know that it's a milestone today. So we're celebrating with beer, unlike every other show when we don't celebrate with beer. Right?
We're doing well here with the beer front.
Yeah, we do drink a lot of beer.
So today is we've gone back to a 1 hour show. We did an hour show to start with, and they were people in charge of the station said, "Oh, you're so good, we'll give you an extra hour."
Yeah, they did.
So we did a 2 hour show. We played a lot of songs, and then we thought it'd be a good idea to streamline it, to cut out the music, and just talk about sci-fi. That and some guy from Top Gear come and stole our stuff. So
well, that's true. But also, it means now we're not playing banging tunes for y'all. Then, you can listen to your own tunes in your own time rather than us forcing them on you. Although our musical taste is exceptional.
Every time there's a gap for where we'd usually play a song on today's show, we should just recommend a show.
Recommend a song. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have 3 minutes of silence and be like, during this silence, please go on YouTube and search for Seal, Kiss from a Rose. Press play now.
We're doing no songs, so we don't get sued for copyright. Do you think it counts if we sing them?
Oh, totally not, because it would be unrecognisable as anything copyrighted.
It's got to have, 7 notes? We hit none of them.
Yeah. So, if you're just tuning in for the first time to Niche Radio, congratulations, you win the ultimate prize, which is us in your ears for a whole hour. And thank you for all of our continued listeners that tune in regularly. You are amazing. And obviously have great taste in radio shows and radio stations in particular, because there's so much cool stuff on Fab Radio International, and you'll be hearing a morsel of that later on. Just a scant morsel. And also we've got loads of flashy new bits for all of our sections. This is the bit I'm most excited about, and the bit that's most likely to go wrong.
That's true.
Which is always fun for any niche project.
Hey, don't say me that. That took me ages. It can't go wrong.
Well, no, I don't think the work you've done on them will go wrong. I think I'll press the wrong one at the wrong time, or I'll press 2 at once. This is what I think. But, only 2 more beers can tell. So today we've got loads of fun stuff on the show for you. We've got What's New in Forbidden Planet. We have got competition time, and the prize bundle for that is getting ridiculous. We've shared a bunch of stuff on Facebook about that, so please get onto Niche Nights on Facebook and at Niche Radio on Twitter for the full details of the competition. It is a Magic the Gathering flavoured one, but we'll tell you more about that. Also, we'll be telling you about some of the geeky events happening in Manchester. There's tons of stuff coming up, and there's a few cons as well to look forward to. We've also got a Joss Whedon flavoured quiz for you. So any Whedonites out there that reckon you know more than us, then we have officially challenged you as of now, because we are Whedonites through and through. Even though Joss Whedon doesn't know it, I'm technically his son. Also, spoiler alert, we'll be spoiling all your favourite shows for you. We'll be telling you the nitty-gritty of the latest television. And then also, Random Selected Actor of the Week, one of our newest sections where we talk about an actor who we think is rad. And then we go through a few of the projects that he or she has worked on, and give you a little overview of their career. So if you're interested in a particular person from any TV or film, then we can tell you their entire backstory with special thanks to IMDb. Also, Section 7 is the What If section of the show, where we pose a question to you, gentle listeners, about, what if Wolverine's bones made out of chocolate? Or, what if...
Doctor Who used his powers for evil?
Yeah, what if the Simpsons were topless?
What if Bruce Banner never went to school?
What if? Yeah, exactly. So all this and more. Then coming up after that, we've got Geek Scene, where you run down pretty much everything geeky that's happening in the world at the moment. Today we're mentioning lots and lots of cool stuff, including Hellboy beer. You heard it here first, or maybe second, but you definitely heard it here, right? Because you're listening. Anyway... Also, who would win in a fight? Who would win a fight between, Obama and Godzilla? for example. We won't be doing that one this week. That's saved up for our special show. But yeah, we'll be posing loads of questions to you, gentle listeners. So please stay tuned. Fasten your seatbelts because this is going to be a bumpy ride. And also, please, please, please get in touch on Facebook. It's Niche Nights. We can't say it enough. And also at Niche Radio on Twitter because we thrive on your involvement in this. So please pose questions for What If or for who would win in a fight or just pose questions. Anything. Just ask anything, however personal, no worries. We'll deal with it on the show, and then we can all feel part of one big radio community of joy.
I think we should start showing off, and Owen's just listed all of the sections for today's show and for the shows in general. Mm-hmm. But without further ado, here is the first time we do this on Niche Radio. Very soon.
Are we going to the first section?
We are.
Oh my god, okay, here we go. Here it comes. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Coming at you. So we've got one of the first sections coming up is... What's new? What's new? What's new in Forbidden Planet? You heard it here first, folks. This is What's New in Forbidden Planet, and that little jingle was courtesy of Theme Hospital's Dr. Frog and the legendary Connell Taylor. Thanks. What is new in Forbidden Planet? Well, let me tell you, tons and tons of stuff has come in this week. We have had the new comic delivery, which is on the shelves today, featuring all your favourites, especially the Marvel ones. Marvel have been doing a gigantic event recently. They've had the Spider-Verse, and before that, Edge of Spider-Verse. So that's still ongoing, and also there's tons of new graphic novels out this week as well, which are super fun. But yeah, Connell, what do you? What do you want to see new in Forbidden Planet? What's what you want?
Off the top of my head? Jeez, big question. What do I want to see? I'm always going to say this. More Stargate stuff. Original Stargate, not Atlantis or Universe.
Yeah.
On top of that, I would like to see more Battlestar Galactica stuff. And again, actually no, not the original. The modern series, as well as Caprica stuff. I'm getting into Caprica at the moment, and that's rad. Yeah,
that'd be good. And it's a shame as well that there's so much stuff that has come out, and it did have loads of merchandise coming out for it when it was first coming out, or when it became like a cult TV show. It gets very limited runs of stock. But yeah. So, that would be good. I'd like to see more Buffy stuff, but that's had a resurgence at the moment.
Do you know what I'd like to see? A big poster on the wall and a tally chart, or somehow someone saying like, oh, we've had 20 people ask about Stargate, so I can come in and ask 20 times for Stargate stuff, and then you get it in.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It might not work.
It won't, because everyone will just vote 25 times for the one thing they like.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, you could vote for Battlestar stuff or Stargate stuff as much as you liked, and we still couldn't get it in.
Oh.
Because, that's the way the shop works. We can order in stuff that's coming out at the moment or still available to us. However, stuff that has gone out of stock and not being produced anymore, that's where Amazon helps.
This is rubbish.
I'm sorry, Connell. I'm very, very sorry. But there is tons and tons of new stuff in the shop. So as we said before, all the new Spider-Man comics have come out. There's also Batman Eternal and tons of the New 52 DC range of comics, all coming out, all with excellent runs. And also we've had an announcement of some new Funko Pops, which apparently are being created. Now, someone was only asking about this in the shop the other week for Harry Potter Funko Pops, and apparently they are now in design.
The Voldemort one looks awesome.
It does, doesn't it? So those hopefully will be coming out very soon. And also we've had these reaction figures, which are kind of the old school looking vintage action figures that used to be produced in the 60s and 70s, with kind of like real cloth clothing and all this kind of stuff. Now we've had some before of Alien, we've had Back to the Future ones, Buffy ones, Firefly ones, and they've all been awesome. But recently we've had Jaws ones come in, which are excellent, and you get to see the shark, who isn't called Jaws, just so we're all clear on that. Thanks to the big dog for that.
Cheers, big dog.
Yeah. So there's tons and tons of new stuff in. Manga-wise, it's been slim pickings this week, but Attack on Titan number 15, I have had an email today assuring me that sometime next week we'll be getting a ton of Attack on Titan 15, which is the most recent manga volume coming into stock. And also, for those of you that are fans of Bleach and Naruto, or don't know about it but want to get in from the ground floor, then there's 2 box sets of Bleach and Naruto that should be winging their way to the store anytime in the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes peeled for that, manga fans. And there's been tons and tons of other bits and bobs that have come in. But the best way to find out is to come in the store, because we're all really friendly and we all like seeing you and we've all got the same interests. So if you come in passionate about pretty much anything in store, one of us will be able to help out. So the best bet is to nip in. See, aren't the Forbidden Planet staff really friendly?
What? Like,
you meant to say yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're lovely.
Thanks.
Obviously, someone comes in and says, I really like Joss Whedon and I want to talk to someone who likes Joss Whedon.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get sent to you.
Mm-hmm.
What would someone ask for to be sent to the big dog?
I
know he's in charge of posters.
Yeah, so if you ask about posters or prints, or not Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Is anyone else as big a Doctor Who fan?
No, I think Ryan's probably your best bet for Doctor Who.
That's cool.
He's also your best bet for Mondo posters if you're into those, or lots of classic 80s and 90s films. So he's big into his Jaws, especially. He's big into sharks. But then also things like Alien, Predator, Back to the Future. He's really on all that stuff as well.
I was slightly disappointed by the Evil Dead Book of the Dead that you have.
Oh yeah,
because it's just a prop.
It is, yeah. Well, that's long gone now as well.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's gone.
I was in about 6 weeks ago. It was there.
That's a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the stock does rotate pretty quickly. But anyway, that's boring shop talk. We want to give you listeners something more meaty to sink your fangs into, whether you're a bumpy faced Spike or Angel fan or a sparkly Twilight person
or a brony.
They don't have fangs, though, do they? Maybe they do. I've not actually watched My Little Pony, the revamp. For my shame, I don't actually know what the Bronies or the Pegasisters are going on about.
They can stab people with their heads.
Unicorns can. However, not all of the My Little Ponies are unicorns or have said unicorny spikes. I just thought I should put that out there. We don't want to get mixed up about something so important. But here's a stab.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Laura.
And we're at Geek Night. We're having a fantastic time.
Loving the Firefly and Joss Whedon theme.
You're listening to Niche Radio.
Hey, somebody else who likes Joss Whedon themes. And you are listening to Niche Radio. If you're just tuning in, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, and those were some lovely punters at the one of the last Geek Nights, which are awesome fun, and we'll be telling you more about that soon. And also the next Geek Night, which is on April the 5th at Fab Cafe, that is where you will be able to win a bunch of prizes, including, but not limited to, the amazing radio competition from our competition time.
Competition time. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win in a competition.
And that was the new intro for competition time. Competition time.
We had a really good day recording all these.
We really did, yeah. And that was, of course, the Final Fantasy VII battle theme tune in the background, because it is an ultimate battle to win such awesome prizes. Right, let's just lay this out. Lay all our cards on the table for you. Okay.
Nice pun.
Thanks. So this competition has a Magic the Gathering card game theme. So we've put templates up on the Facebook, which is Niche Nights. So you can create your own Magic card of yourself or of something funny or whatever. Basically, if you create them and then post them to Niche Nights wall, then we will mark them on how funny they are or how geeky they are or just how well made and awesome they look. And then the winner will be able to win our prize bundle, which has now been rolling over and over and over for a good few months now. and it is full of prizes. The biggest one probably being the copy of Watch Dogs for the PS3, the hacking and kind of electronics game, which is absolutely mint. And also a massive comic bundle thanks to Comic Chaos. Oh, and the Watch Dogs was from Ubisoft. Thanks Ubisoft.
Yeah,
you
thanks,
guys were all.
Ubisoft.
And then also there's a Darth Vader Angry Birds exclusive plush in there. There's the entire first printings of the Death of Wolverine 4-part series and a lot of the extras as well. So there was Nightcrawler, Storm, and other tie-ins to Death of Wolverine, and then Life After Logan and Weapon X as well. So you get a big Wolverine package there. Also, there's also a sci-fi print which is framed. So this is all rolling over, all being dealt with. And also one of the other prizes was free entry to our next night. So if you come down to Geek Night, the next night I think you'll be eligible for is either Tokyo Chipped or perhaps Dinosaurs and Capes.
I'm posting the Magic the Gathering card pictures and templates on our wall right now, so if anyone's listening and does want to enter, they'll be on in just a moment.
Excellent stuff. So that's the deal. So basically, if you create yourself a little magic card of whatever you think will tickle our fancies, and then send it onto the Facebook page, we will grade them and announce the winner at some point before Geek Night, and then you get free entry to Geek Night, and we will give you a shed load of prizes, which I'm getting a bit jealous of this prize bundle now. It's a bit too epic, isn't it?
We've started early and we started pretty big.
Yeah, we did, but I mean we haven't blown our load too early. We've still got some awesome prizes to announce in the next coming weeks, but yeah, I mean it's already pretty rad. I'd be happy with it now.
Yeah.
I mean I'm not blowing my own, but I am blowing my own trumpet. But at the same time, we're trying to do this for you guys.
We've only got 2 weeks left on it, I think. We're going to do 3 competitions, all being announced at Geek Night, but 3 separate ones with separate prize bundles, obviously. So if you want to enter this one, you've seen the prizes that are in it so far. Get on it, get magic card making.
Yeah, please do, because we only put on these nights and do this radio show, well, for one, because we love the sound of our own voices, but also because we've set all this up because we realised that Manchester has a lot of people into a lot of cool stuff, whether you're hardcore passionate geeks that wear it on your sleeves, or you like watching a bit of Dollhouse here and there, or whether you're only into one specific thing, bit of manga maybe, just a bit of gaming, or whether you're into the whole lot and you're a cosplayer who is also a brony and a card carrying Browncoat and everything else. This is for you, because we want to try and get a bit of back and forth between the community. So please get in touch, and if you've got anything you'd like to advertise, or any kind of projects you're working on, or you just want to shout out, and Connell's got a firefly tattoo on his arm, and he's showing us now with his creamy bicep of joy. So please get in touch, and we'll just shout you out, yo.
Shout it out, yo.
Yeah, that competition time jingle was ace. Let's hear it again.
I'm gonna win. In a competition.
So that was the competition jingle once more, which is absolutely rad. So please get your entries onto the Facebook, and we'll give you some prizes for them. And without further ado, should we move on to our next section?
What update on our events?
Well, I don't know. Does it sound a bit like this?
3 legendary Nights of Niche bring to you events full of fun, gaming, and competitions at Niche Nights.
So, upcoming events. Thank you there. A bit of the A-Team theme tune.
Jewellery Man.
And we are the incredible Niche Nights, including the most beautiful Mike, and a big shout out goes to Alec and Steve as well. What cool events have we got going?
We've got loads.
How many?
Geek Night, Tokyo Chipped, Dinosaurs and Capes, and 90s Night coming up. We've actually got more, but they're the same event just happening again and again.
Over and over. Well, yeah. So, what should we talk about first? Let's start with Dinosaurs and Capes because we had one of those last time, and
That's not till April the 2nd now, because we're doing alternate first Thursdays of the month between 90s Night and DNC, Dinosaurs and Capes, to give it a go.
But yeah. So, what did you reckon to the last DNC? I had fun.
I thought it was rad.
Yeah, we got to DJ all our favourite stuff and got to see some old friends.
My favourite thing about DNC is how simplistic it is. Like, we turn up, we see our mates, we give them free shots, and they just tell us what to play and we play. And it's really fun and simple as that. Everyone has a dance, everyone gets a bit drunk.
Yeah, well, we've made a lot of friends through it as well, haven't we? Like there's some regulars that come down each time now, and they are the most fun.
The threesome.
Oh, they're the worst.
That's not even words.
Well, there are 3 of them. I got where you were going with it.
Yep, they're good.
Yeah. So I mean that is an extra fun night. But yeah, coming up is the next 90s night. That is the next one on.
It's March the 5th.
Yep.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be boss and rad. We're gonna be playing everything from Will Smith to Nirvana to more Will Smith.
Maybe play some Nirvana.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Maybe some Will Smith.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's gonna be a big mixture because we're both big fans of grunge and also 90s punk. But then we've also got a big love for all the cheesy dance and the cheesy pop that came out in the 90s as well. So it'll be everything. There'll be Will Smith, Wigfield, all the W's. Yeah. We'll play Wannabe by the Spice Girls.
We'll have a W section.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's probably early noughties. Oof, I hate saying noughties, but
probably is the best word for it though. I can't think of a better one.
But yeah, it's probably early noughties. But we could have. Oh, see now I've forgotten who it was. Who did Teenage Dirtbag?
Weezer. No,
come on.
Wheatus.
There we go. We could play some Weezer as well. Anyway, so yeah, 90s Night is again a kind of request show. So come in if you want anything. You're feeling a bit nostalgic, and want to hear some of the awesome classics from the 90s that just don't get played anymore because it's not cool.
Like everything off Tony Hawk 2.
Yeah, like everything off Tony Hawk 2 soundtrack. That was boss. Then please come down, and it's at Tiger Lounge on March the 5th, and it's going to be excellent.
We also next up our closest event is Tokyo Chipped.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, have we got I think we've got a Tokyo Chipped advert for it. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. We made an advert for it on the same day.
Here it is.
From Niche Nights and Fab Cafe, an evening of cult anime, gaming, sci-fi and more, including a Super Smash Bros. Competition and a full screening of Ghost in the Shell and chiptune releases by the Virus Empire and Oracle. Local boys, come on down to Fab Cafe on March the 26th for all your J-pop, chiptune, nerdcore and video games all wrapped up in one.
All wrapped up in one.
Yeah, so that's our Tokyo Chips advert, which I realised afterwards there's a slight flaw in that. It advertises a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. However, that's not wrong. That's not wrong. That is wrong. What in fact we have is even better. It's a Pokemon Stadium tournament, and that has had a massive buzz in the gaming community once we posted that event. Because Pokemon's a pretty big thing, so I hear. Big in Japan.
Yeah, lots of people like it.
And everywhere else.
Squirtle.
Yeah, he's my favourite.
Squirtle.
Yeah, that's what he says, and that's why I like him. He's a simplistic chap,
Same as Pikachu. Do they all just say their name?
Pretty much. Yeah.
What's the funniest named Pokemon? It's Squirtle, isn't it?
Yeah, but Squirtle's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Douglet, that's pretty funny.
Douglet.
Oh, actually, no, I quite like Magikarp. So yeah, Tokyo Chips is coming up, and it's going to be at Fab Cafe, of course.
People should get extra points for Pokemon-inspired Magic the Gathering cards for our competition.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'd like to see a Squirtle one.
I'd love to see a Squirtle one too.
Or Magikarp somehow crossed with Hodor.
No, Magicard card.
That's really good.
Yeah. See?
Anyone who makes that instantly wins.
Maybe.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah, because I mean it's a nice sentiment, but essentially a lie. Well, yeah, so Tokyo Chips is coming up, and it's going to be absolutely boss. Yeah, the Virus Empire and Oracle. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's Oracle or Auracle, because it's spelt not like Oracle, but with an AU at the beginning.
I think it's Oracle.
Well, that makes sense, but also, why would they spell it AU if they could just spell it Oracle, but they want to make it like AU, like auditory?
Maybe you sing the start.
Probably. That sounds likely. Yeah, so both of them are coming down. Incredible chiptune artists. And of course, as aforementioned, Pokemon Stadium Battle with prizes donated from Forbidden Planet Manchester. Whoop, whoop, whoop. A screening of the legendary manga Ghost in the Shell, which is due for a remake featuring Scarlett Johansson at the moment. That's all coming out big and boss. And also, we do have a couple of prizes from Forbidden Planet that are Ghost in the Shell themed. So if you're a fan of classic anime and chiptune, then you need to be there, really, because it's the only central Manchester event that caters for such an awesome group of people, basically. Like we've had a whole bunch now, and they've been fun every time. And then after Tokyo Chipped, on April the 5th, there is another event called Geek Night. And I'm just going to press this button and see if this is the one that makes the noise.
On Bank Holiday Sunday, April the 5th, the legend returns. It's Geek Night 7 from 4 until 2 at Fab Cafe Manchester, Portland Street, featuring loads and loads of fun like Tekken tournaments, geeky quiz, cosplay competitions, lucky dips and tons of prizes from Forbidden Planet Manchester, featuring tons of local talented artists and DJs from Game Face, Niche Radio and Tokyo Chipped. Geek Night 7, April the 5th at Fab Cafe Manchester. Choose your adventure.
So that, ladies and gents, is the next Geek Night 7. And although there was only a short amount of time for me to rattle through some of the details, if you missed them, the legendary Graham from Game Face, who's the show that you will hear shortly. In fact, when's he on?
He's on every Sunday. He's just been moved forward. He's on Sunday evenings, and it's the most excitable chiptune
gaming enthusiast
all over the place, but still every word he says is actually to the point.
He's a legend, basically. He's one of the most engaging humans I think I've talked to.
Yeah. I did a show last week, and I went out quickly to put a brew on because it's important to drink a cup of tea while you're doing a show.
It is.
And he started talking to me. I was like, I've got to go. My song's going to end in a minute. It's going to end in 40 seconds. I'm just going to walk away now. And he was still talking. I felt really bad. If you're listening, sorry, Graham, but my song was ending.
But yeah, he's an absolute champ, and he has got excellent taste in music, and he'll be DJing along with the aforementioned incredible Tokyo Chip DJ Mike, who is the founder of Tokyo Chipped and a legend on the chiptune scene in the Northwest and across the world. And yeah, we've got tons of stuff happening for Geek Night. We've got loads of, per usual, it's basically a Comic-Con with a bar. So let's call it a party-con.
I like it.
Yeah, and there's tons of stuff. We've got loads of stalls, loads of seller stalls selling everything from cute plushes to comics to, their own. The Riververses are coming down, who have played almost every Geek Night up until now, and they will be selling their own CD and comic that tie in together, and they're amazing. But yeah, we'll be telling you more about this after one of our previous stall representatives will tell you a little bit about Geek Night.
Hi, I'm Claire from My Old Girl, home of the Rock and Roll Geek, and you're listening to Niche Radio.
I just had a pretty good idea for something we could do with this Magic the Gathering card competition. Incidentally, hello if you're listening, or just liking us on Facebook, to Miles D. Lung.
Hey, you alright, bud?
He likes our templates. I saw that and thought, we make a bunch of random shows we like and put one in the background at Geek Night. We could put all the templates that people make us, all the cards, on that, so they just appear on the big screen at some point throughout the day.
That would be awesome. So yeah,
it's easily done. We could do that.
So everyone can get a little look at their handiwork. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, and also we're going to have tons of other stuff going on. Well, for example, the aforementioned DJs, which will be rocking out. And if you're a fan of the geek, but perhaps you don't want to be immersed in TV, cult TV, film, and gaming themes all the time, then we'll be playing some party tunes later on. And yeah, we've got Ubisoft coming down. This is a big announcement. This is the first time we've announced it, actually. Ubisoft will be coming down to debut some of their games and let you have a razzle on them, which they came down before, and it was absolutely great fun.
They haven't told us what game they're going to do, have they yet?
No, it's still a mystery.
Quite excited.
Yeah, there was talk of a couple of more recent games. One of them being Far Cry, but it wasn't agreed upon. So we're going to see about that. Yeah, we've got tons of prizes, all donated from Forbidden Planet Manchester, mostly, but also from loads of the different stalls that are working with us this time and have worked with us in the past. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely boss. Go on to Niche Nights on Facebook. You can read all about it. And in the meantime, we'll just let somebody tell you how awesome it is.
Hi, my name's Sin, and I'm at Geek Night. I'm enjoying it due to the cool vibe and all the great people that are here. And you are listening to Niche Radio.
Yep, so there we go. Telling you all about it. Yeah, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to be one of the greatest ones yet, and potentially one of the last ones for a little while, because we're looking to make it bigger and better with the help of all you guys. But that's a story for another day. And in the meantime, we're going to move on to our next section with beer. So you've heard our jingles for What's New in Forbidden Planet, for competition time, for the geeky events in Manchester.
I don't think anyone's prepared for how good this next stab is going to be.
This next one is so we're going to build it up. Let's build it up for them. So, ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning in. We have a big love for you. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we are Niche Radio on Fab Radio International, and we are here to rock your socks off with geeky information and views. And yeah, so if you want to get involved, please do get onto the Facebook, which is Niche Nights, and get onto our Twitter, which is @Niche Radio. Yeah, please get involved. And here is our next section, which is the incredible quiz, which I shall just find. Are you excited for it, Connell?
I can't wait.
You really can't, can you? Well, all right, okay, you can wait no longer. Here is...
Quiz. 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 Quiz.
So it's time for the Niche Nights Niche Radio quiz.
I love that.
Yeah, it definitely improves upon that original Tetris song there, didn't we?
It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We thought on our original 1 hour shows, we always had a Weed and Watch, and we went
Weed and Watch.
Grr, arg.
Yeah.
Went to a 2 hour show, and that got put on hold. We got a 1 hour show now, so we're going to do a Joss Whedon quiz.
Yeah, we are.
And today is a fairly easy one. So if you want to take part, I'll list you all the questions now, and let's say in 10 minutes we'll announce the answers.
Heck,
Sound
yeah. Yeah, all right.
Normally I would quiz Owen, but he's the Grandmaster Flash at Joss Whedon.
Well,
so
just try me. Just come at me, bro. And I'll try and guess him anyway.
question 1. Get your pens. Good. What was the musical episode of Buffy called?
I won't
Season
tell you
6.
because that would be spoiling it for you all. But I reckon I've got that one.
Excellent.
In
Question
fact,
2.
I might have it tattooed on my forehead actually.
I can definitely recite every single word. Question 2. What were the names of the villains in the episode of Buffy, Hush?
Ooh, it's a toughie that. Of course I know it, but you know, of course. As he dusts some invisible dust off his shoulders. Oh no, that's dandruff. You were saying?
Question 3. In Dollhouse, where did the actor Deacon Lackman get sent to? Have anyone seen Dollhouse? Just the very phrase "got sent to" is probably going to get your answer in your head.
Yeah, it's that's not a nice place to be sent. Oh no, poor
The quizzes sometimes going to be quite easy, sometimes quite hard. I hope you enjoy them.
Yeah, today's going to be a mixture though. Today seems easy so far.
In Angel, question 4. In Angel, when Wesley Wyndham Price enters for the first time, what is his self-given job title?
Oh, see now this is one of my favourites. Can I give him a clue without giving anything too much away?
Yeah.
Okay, well, where he enters, and he calls himself a... So I didn't say the words, but that's exactly how he says it in my head.
I like that.
Do you reckon that was a good cue? Good
Yeah,
clue?
actually, yeah. Question 5. Who directed the film written by Joss Whedon called Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, I see now. That one's difficult. I think we've used that one before, or something similar to that before at one of the Geek Nights, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got all of those at home. I should probably reuse them.
That's a good idea. Because not everybody attended our Geek Nights, even though perhaps they should have.
And the ones who did get extra bonuses for winning each week.
That's true, yeah.
And at
it's like an incentive. Okay, should we take a quick break here and just press one of these stabs? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's have this from Alec from the Riververses.
Hi, my name's Alec. I play for the Riververses, and you're listening to Niche Radio.
It's right. He's completely correct. You are. So what's the next question? Because I've got an idea of that last one. But
That's it. It's 5 questions.
Is that it? Is that the end of the quiz?
Yep.
Oh man, I'll just get into that.
5 questions per 1 hour show.
Oh,
Now you've got
okay.
7 minutes left to write them down, decide what you want, Google search it if you're a cheat. And I think we should go on to spoiler alert. We should have an excellent stab as well.
Oh dear! Now this is so much fun. The 1 hour show, ladies and gents. I mean, please. I hope it's not tedious for you listening to us just gush over how excited we are about these little stabs. But they are my favourite thing, at least of this week, if not this decade. Although it's going to take me a second to find them. So the next section is spoiler alert, right?
It is.
Where we spoiler all your stuff, and this is going to explain it all to you perfectly.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
In Quantum Leap, Sam Beckett never actually makes it home.
Shut up.
There we go. And that was the spoiler alert jingle. Sorry if you've been balls deep in watching some Quantum Leap recently and haven't quite got to the end. But neither did he, so it's
If you
okay.
really don't like someone, nice. If you really don't like someone who is watching Quantum Leap, tell them to listen to our show.
Yeah, right now. It'll
Because
be
that's
really
going to be
funny.
great every week.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, just one more time. Sorry, just indulge me.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
In Quantum Leap, Sam Beckett never actually makes it home.
Shut up.
Oh. So, spoiler alert this week. This is the section where we talk about all the newest in geek culture, telly, comics, you name it. And today is a telly-ish time where we'll be talking a little bit about Gotham, the wonderful wonderful DC-based show. And also on the Marvel side of things, we'll be chatting Agent Carter. Which for once I didn't call Agents of Carter, because I'm so used to saying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I still call it Agents of Carter.
Yeah.
Don't we do? But Gotham, eh?
Yeah, Gotham. Yeah, well, if you take the lead on this, because I've cheekily watched ahead of you, Connell, on Agent Carter, so I've got the skinny on that now, and I'll be spoiling it for you live in the studio.
I thought we were bros.
Well, we are, but bastard bros.
That's how I would describe you for going ahead of me on this.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for.
So I've never really had any time, respect, or liking for Fish Mooney until the last 2 episodes. Like, a brief overview. She's a loser. Everyone hates her, which is me. And then she went on a boat somewhere, and now she's stuck in a prison, where apparently the guys who own it harvest human organs. So she's taken over the prison, and it's getting quite interesting. She's down there, she stabbed a guy in the neck, and now they want to take one of the prisoners and probably, I think, take his eyes? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they already had somebody's eyes. I think they were after something else, weren't they?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Okay,
So they killed him and said, if you want to take us, then give us some blankets and water, and we'll start that way. Which is quite interesting, a good way to take over. Almost a humanitarian way of thinking, even though she's evil and lame.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'll trade you this guy's life if you make the quality of life of everybody else a bit better.
I really liked Bruce going into the woods and twisting his ankle, and Alfred just sitting at the top of the hill with a bonfire. Like, oh, I've been here about an hour.
Yeah, you're right there, Master Bruce. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was going to try an accent then. Not going to happen.
Oh, that was my normal accent.
Oh. Oh, you're right there, Master Bruce.
Yeah, you're right there, man. Have a pork chop.
Exactly what he sounds like.
Yeah.
What else happened in the latest Gotham?
The
Scarecrow. Other than the fact they actually had a Scarecrow then at the end of the scene to make it obvious, hey, this is about the Scarecrow, we're focusing just on a big Scarecrow as opposed to the really obvious thing around, hey, this is about the Scarecrow. That annoyed me. But other than that, the whole episode was awesome.
I thought that was quite good, though, because they've got to set it up for people that aren't aficionados of the DC universe. Otherwise, they're just playing to the fanboys, which isn't big enough ratings.
Very true, but the films, the imagery of when the Scarecrow pumps that medicine, as
Yeah.
he calls it, into people's faces. And then the back and forward zoom and the fading in of something which is coming to attack you or whatever is obvious. So that happening, you can't, if you've seen Batman Begins, you can't go, hey, I wonder who this guy is. You go, oh, that's the same as he's a Scarecrow, and he's oh yeah, obviously that's him.
But also, because it's a prequel, it's not like it's just trying to tease it. It's trying to show you why this character grows up to be in the insane Scarecrow, doesn't it? It's
But why did he have a Scarecrow in his garden?
Well, I don't know.
Do you really need the Scarecrows in Gotham to shoot him?
Well, he's out in he's out in the sticks, isn't he? A nice little country place. Maybe there's a nice blueberry patch there.
To be fair, that's only like a minor little thing that annoyed me because everything else about it was awesome. The fact that you suddenly feel sorry for him, even though he's an evil supervillain. Maybe not super, just definitely a heinous villain. And it's kind of not his fault. His dad put him there.
Yeah,
it's his fault. He was living in that hell.
Yeah, and I mean, what I thought was great was they teased the Joker.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And also you get to see the flying Graysons, and which of course the Grayson family were the family that sired the first Robin, Dick Grayson. So so that's teasing all of that and more. And the detective also, the detective he manages to kind of to solve a family feud between the circus folk, which again creates a partnership of the parents who will ultimately be the parents of Dick Grayson, which is ace. There's and the tease with the Joker at the end is absolutely brilliant. We can't really spoil it for you much because there's not much to spoil it. There's a kid. He looks a bit Jokery. It's not said as much, but you kind of get the idea.
We said it at the time though, like everyone who knows anything about Batman. And to be fair, I don't that much, but everyone's gonna expect at some point with Gotham, if they're enjoying it, the Joker's gonna turn up at some point because he's a major character. And then everyone thinks back to Heath Ledger and thinks, like, how can you compare with that acting? That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He what, like 18?
Yeah.
He did really well.
Yeah, and
Subtle.
it is subtle, and it gives you an idea of what he'll become, rather than he's not Heath Ledger's Joker from the start when he's however old he's meant to be there.
Wasn't overdone. He just really.
You can see that that's kind of the way it's going. This kind of slightly detached, bitter, twisted piece of work. But so how would you rate Gotham so far out of 10? No, out of 8. Out of 13. Go on.
All right. 8, 6, and 11.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was going for about that as well. It's been great though. It's been a great series so far, and has only been on a par really with Agent Carter at the moment. Agent Carter for me has been the greatest spin-off that Marvel have done so far. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I absolutely loved, but Agent Carter's brilliant because it's got this kind of feministy message, and at the moment the Leviathan, which has been their kind of sneaky up.
You get points for use of the word Leviathan.
Leviathan was that?
Like, yeah, I can't speak.
So Leviathan, which is this mysterious group coming at you, coming at the baddies, while Peggy Carter's trying to protect her friend Howard Stark. And there's lots of double crosses and secretness, which is of course the basis of S.H.I.E.L.D. and SSR, which later becomes S.H.I.E.L.D. And in recent episodes, we've seen some of the Howling Commandos and a few little snippets into Peggy Carter's backstory. And now this is a big spoiler. She is guarding the blood of Captain America, Steve Rogers. So it all kicks off in this episode. Everything that's been brewing coming to a head kicks off magnificently, and one of the main characters dies. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And it's all Howard. And it's all Howard Stark's fault. I just like to add that playboy millionaire lifestyle that he passes on to his kid is not serving him quite as well as one would hope. But it's getting towards the latter half of our show now, so we need to speed things up. We'll be going through the rest of our show, the rest of our segment quite quickly. You're listening to Niche Radio, and here's this.
It's niche nights, party time, excellent. Niche nights on Facebook.
There we go. That's Niche Nights. And coming up next, we have our next and newest section, which is incredible.
Hey Owen, should we talk about a randomly selected actor of the week?
All right. And we're back. So, who is our randomly selected actor of the week, Connell?
I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
You really, really want to have sex with her.
Joss Whedon?
Her.
Oh, Christina Hendricks.
No. But similar, just smaller breasts.
Felicia Day.
Yes.
How's that similar? But I mean, okay, she's got smaller breasts, but how is she similar otherwise? I suppose she's a bit gingery.
She's a bit gingery, she's really cool, and she acts in a lot of sci-fi.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's similar enough. Yeah. So,
And really
hi
hot.
Felicia, if you're listening. I just got starstruck, but even though she's not listening.
To anyone not watching on webcam, which is probably everyone, Owen genuinely just blushed then when he said that.
Yeah.
Hi Felicia. I'm
Oh,
your biggest fan.
Heaven forbid if I ever actually meet her, I'll be a puddle.
You have an excellent figure behind your bed of Felicia Day
I
from
do.
the Guild.
Yeah, from the Guild as Codex. Yeah, she's my ultimate dreamboat. Thanks, Big Dog, for that statue.
So talking about the Guild, we're going to talk about in our randomly selected actor of the week. I was about to say or actress. I'm not going to do that.
No, it's just actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to tell you a few things they've been in which you might not know, or the things that
That should be celebrated, right?
yeah, like the Guild.
Yeah, amazing.
We've talked about the Guild loads before. I think we've done entire segments on it. So anyone who does listen to our show a lot is going to know about the Guild. We'll talk a little bit about it. We'll tell you some other stuff. Like, did you know she was a voice in Star Wars Detours?
I did not know.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Ah.
I did some research into her when leading up to the show. And yeah, Supernatural, obviously.
That's
You've seen
been-
Supernatural, I haven't.
I've seen a lot of it, but I'm nowhere near up to date. I think I've watched the first 4 seasons, maybe. And she doesn't even appear in it then, but she does play the character Charlie later on, who I want to watch. And also one of the Funko Pops of that exclusive Hot Topic one is coming out very soon, if it hasn't already come out. But yeah, she plays a nerd in that. Total nerd!
Total nerd. That should be a stab.
Yeah, and of course she was in Buffy as well as one of the potential Slayers in season 7.
She was. I'm trying to remember her name in Buffy.
Oh, right. Well, okay, while you remember, here's a quick clip of one of her songs in The Guild about being a avatar in the game. And that was a little snippet from the incredible Guild web series, which was written and starred Felicia Day, who's a ledge.
We were just looking at him as we were off air for some seconds. What was her name in Buffy? She didn't have one. She was just called Chosen or one of the Chosen.
That'd be enough for me. I wouldn't even want a full credit. If I could just say, yeah, I've been near some Buffy once,
Yeah,
I'd be
same.
happy with that.
Guy with hair,
Yeah.
bloke in the background. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
in Buffy. Oh, who did you play? I was a bloke in the background.
Yeah. Janitor number 12. Vampire Henchman 3.
And everyone was like, "Oh, right, okay, fair enough." Like, shut up. That was amazing.
Yeah. Well, and that was the first time I became aware of Felicia Day. That was the first time I saw her on anything.
Can I give Owen a spontaneous Felicia Day quiz?
Oh, go for it.
What was Felicia Day's name in Dr. Horrible's?
Penny.
Instant. Yeah. What was Felicia Day's name in...
This is a boring quiz.
Yeah, it is.
I got the first one right. Does that mean I'll win it all?
I was just about to say the Guild and then realised what am I about to say?
Yeah, well, I've just said it. I said it before. I said Codex.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, I totally win. So Felicia Day, you probably shouldn't ever meet me because I already know everything about you, it seems. So there'd be no point in a relationship.
That's fair.
It's creepy.
What else was she in? She was in Lust for Life as Mary.
Oh, she was in Lust for Life. Oh, that was a brilliant film. Not Joss Whedon related, but had many actors that have frequented his works before.
I thought it was.
Yeah, well, it's got a very Joss Whedon-y theme to it. And also there's a couple of songs, a few songs from Jed Whedon and The Willing, which is, of course, Joss Whedon's brother's band.
She also did some voice acting for Dragon Age 2.
Oh, she did. Well, there was a whole DLC added to Dragon Age 2, which I really wanted, but I think I sold my copy of Dragon Age for Xbox before the DLC came out. But yeah, I think she plays a sneaky, elfy thief.
Talis, who also appears in Redemption, the following game.
Oh, mate, I'm gonna have to just play through them all again. They were brilliant games. But yeah,
do you know what
she
name was
did
in Dollhouse?
She did the motion capture for the Dragon Age as well.
Did she?
Yeah.
Sweet.
In Dollhouse. No, actually, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's fair. It's such a minor bit you couldn't possibly mag.
Oh, okay.
Those 2 episodes annoyed me a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the end of the last episode of the first season, and the last episode of the second. That story was awesome, incredible. But because it was a 2-parter, one was the final episode of the first series, one was the final episode of the second of a 2-series project.
Yeah.
It ruined it a bit because they're just too spread out.
Yeah.
If they were just even if they were like a massive Easter egg at the end of the last disc or something, like a bonus disc, extra story, or I don't know, something.
Yeah, it did feel a bit disjointed. But yeah, so Felicia Day has been in tons of stuff. Also, she does Geek and Sundry on Tinternet, and she is involved in loads and loads of awesome stuff, basically. She is a legend among people. And there you go, that was our...
randomly selected actor of the week.
Ooh, yeah! And coming up next, we have to rattle through these, I'm afraid, because it is only 1 hour long. And
I feel we've got very used to a 2-hour show.
We've got rambly in our old age. So next is the incredible...
What if Wolverine's bones were made of chocolate?
What if Doctor Who used his powers to evil?
Oh, what if the Simpsons were all topless?
What if Bruce Banner never went to school?
What if...
Shut up! Niche Radio tells you what if.
So there we go. That is the new jingle for our What If segment. We're running out of time, so we have to rattle through this. So, what if, like in The Fly, you went into a transporty mechanism, or like in Star Trek or something, and something like a fly gets stuck in with you, and then you come out morphed into like a half you, half whatever the entity is.
Who would you want? Who would you want to fall in with you?
Yeah, and please write in on Niche Nights on Facebook or at Niche Radio on Twitter with any of your answers. We'll announce them next week.
Who would you want to fall? Who would you want in with you? What would you like to be?
I want Wolverine just so I can give him a cuddle. He looks like he needs a cuddle.
Jon Snow.
You want to be Jon Snow?
No, I just thought of him having a cuddle after he smoked weed on that experiment on TV.
Oh, I thought you meant Jon Snow of Game of Thrones. I was like, what?
No.
Yeah, Jon Snow, Channel
News.
4. Yeah. Yeah, there's yeah, you guys check that out. Jon Snow smokes weed. It's odd. Yeah, I think Wolverine, because I wouldn't mind to have pretty much invulnerability.
It might not though. It's like a random mixture of stuff.
Yeah, I suppose it might just end up being a Canadian,
or end up with one big beefy arm like Trogdor.
Oh yeah,
that'd be rad.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
Actually, I'm saying Trogdor.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably end up shorter. Oh, okay, if you got mixed in with Trogdor.
So I might get little winglings.
Winglings, yeah, you might.
Big beefy arm. I might get some more consummate V's.
Oh, consummate V's. Yeah, so, well, yeah, that's a pretty good choice. Okay, so ladies and gents, Trogdor and Wolverine. If all of us got something together, it could be like an Owen Connell Wolverine Trogdor mashup, and that'd be pretty rad.
I think we've just made our who would win in a fight section.
I think we have. So swiftly moving on, that was our What If of the week. Please get in touch, and you're listening to Niche Radio. Please get in touch with us on Facebook at Niche Nights and on Twitter at Niche Radio, and be our friend and come to all of our nights. So next up is Geek Scene, which also has a new jingle. Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Talk for a bit.
I made all these jingles and I'm excited to hear them.
Oh, so here's one now.
Geek Scene, what's happening locally and geekily.
So, Geek Scene, what is happening in the geeky world? Well, we've got an announcement for Geek Night, haven't we? A big announcement, one of which you heard earlier, which was the involvement of the incredible Ubisoft, game creator and leader in the games industry, who, responsible for loads of awesome games. One I can think of right now is Far Cry, which they may be demoing at the next Geek Night. But we'll see. It's going to be a surprise. It might even be a selection.
The lady who came down for it, I was amazed with how she works for this massive company. And I helped her to a car with all of her stuff, because obviously she came down with a big screen and a console and loads of stuff. And she was like, "Oh, thanks for your help. Here's as many Xbox One games and PS3 games as you can carry, some PS4 games."
Yeah, it was
thanks.
brilliant.
Oh, do you want these as well? Just, I don't know what to do with them. Yes, I will have probably £400 worth of merch off you. Thank you.
Yeah, she was brilliant, and that's something that we can now pass on to you guys.
That's the best thing. We slowly have been. In fact, Watch Dogs, which we're giving out in our current competition,
was courtesy of Ubisoft, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the last one. We've given out all of them so far.
Sorry, Conor, can you open this beer for me? I'm finding it really hard. I've got no nails left.
You have tiny little girls.
I do have tiny little girls' nails. Also, we've got another big announcement, which is Lady Noctis coming in. She is coming in to judge the cosplay competition dead soon, and that's on Geek Night on April the 5th. So Lady Noctis, the incredible cosplayer, model, alt model, and everything else, also an illustrator in her own right, will be coming down to judge all the cosplay, and she's been on the scene for ages now, and is an absolute pro. So Lady Noctis, if you're listening, fair props and word up, yo. Lady Noctis is an absolute legend. So that's kind of what's happening on the geek scene at the moment. It's lots of Geek Night announcements. Of course, as we mentioned before, Tokyo Chipped is going to be back on, and we've got tons more geeky bits going on. Also, keep on tuning in to the radio, because obviously we will be adding more stuff to our competition prizes. So yeah, geek scene in general, that is what's going on. We'll have more for you next week. We're running out of time, I'm afraid. So we're going to rattle on quickly to who would win in a fight. And here we go. Oh, we've got a new thing for this as well. It's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the title fight, the greatest moment in superhero versus supervillain history. In the red corner, the almighty, the upstanding pillar of all that is good, and in the blue corner, the devious, the Machiavellian, the dastardly loser of all time. Who would win in a fight? You decide. Ready? Fight.
24 hours a day.
So, ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning into Niche Radio. We are going to have to wrap it up now because we've overshot. We've been that excited chatting to you all.